Hello from San Antonio. This is Siren, and this is my annual cheap Halloween wig. I like to go to that spirit store once a year and splurge on Halloween stuff. So we have this inflatable Grim Reaper. No, he's not. He's a gargoyle. We have this inflatable gargoyle for the front yard and these laughing clown heads. They're on these stakes in the garden, and when you walk by they laugh and their eyes light up. So I have these gloves, and this is going to be a collective reading for the new moon in Libra, which occurs on Friday, October 16th. This moon will be at 23 degrees Libra, conjunct the sun at 23 Libra. With a new moon, the moon and sun are always conjunct. And this new moon in Libra, the sun in Libra, will be opposing Mars retro in Aries. So it should be quite intense. I'll do a reading for the collective using these decks. But this is also going to be a commercial. This is a commercial for my Redbubble, my main Redbubble storefront, which I've had since 2010. My goal is to have 444 designs uploaded by Halloween. These acrylic blocks are from a photograph and an acrylic painting that I did. Okay. I am doing a giveaway, and I posted the giveaway, the details, at the community tab. Many people entered, and you can still enter because I've not drawn names yet. This giveaway is for three free 25-minute readings. All you have to do is go to my Redbubble and tell me which design you like the best. I'm just trying to promote my art because this is the only social media I use. I don't use Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. So I'm promoting my art. And I'm advertising. I want to make sure I get it right. The website is $6shirts.com. I got these shirts. I got 10 shirts for $50. Y'all need science? The price is right, bitch. 8675309. See you in hell. There's no crying in baseball. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Watch TV. Ow! And I got a Loch Ness Monster t-shirt for my son, and a t-shirt for my son that says I miss The Office because The Office is his favorite TV show. I couldn't really get into The Office. My favorite television shows of all time are Curb Your Enthusiasm, Twin Peaks, the original season, the first 2 seasons, and The Twilight Zone, the original series. When I was a little girl, I would watch The Twilight Zone with my stepdad. Okay. And I'm drinking Freixenet. It's cava from the bottle because I'm classy like that. Salute. It's room temp at this point. My latest purchase from Amazon. It's a massager. And this is my book, one of my books, my novel Bullshit Rodeo. I'll give you a tiny taste. The first paragraph of chapter 39. After my bath, my mom stares at me through the mirror. No, that cannot be my mom. My tits are small and mismatched, and I have small blue eyes. I see my mom's big hazel eyes and voluptuous Texas goddess mouth, and she tells me that she is ashamed of me, that I am not her daughter, that she did not raise her daughter to abandon her husband and son. She launches into a monologue of Tennessee Williams' gravitas. I'm revisiting Orwell's 1984, and I'm enjoying Brad Ashlock's Savage Tarot. He has a channel, a YouTube channel called Savage Tarot. I like his no-nonsense approach, and he actually reminds me in a very small way of the man who inspired Bullshit Rodeo. Joe Pachinko, the man who inspired Bullshit Rodeo, he has one video at YouTube. He's reading a poem of his from his collection Stump Fucker Cavalcade at the Leaning Tower of Pizza in Oakland, California. Joe Pachinko was balls to the wall. I still see him in dreams, but our friendship ended June 2010, and it hurt me so bad, it hurt me so deeply, losing him, that I wanted to die, but I didn't die. I came back to Texas after spending a week with him in San Francisco, Oakland, and Ben Lomond and Santa Cruz. It was a whirlwind week, June 2010. I came back to Texas, spent about 2 weeks on the psych ward in Dallas, and I wrote the rough draft of Bullshit Rodeo in a fever dream. I felt every fucking word. Joe Pachinko was not my twin flame. He was a soulmate. I lost him twice. I lost him in 2010, and then I lost him again to death when our mutual friend called me July 2017 and said that Joe had drank himself to death in a San Francisco motel room. So, Joe's books are at Amazon, and he has the one video at YouTube. I published Bullshit Rodeo myself. It caught some attention in the small press. At one time it was on a small press in Australia, but it's now on a small press, Epic Rights Press in Canada, and it's in its second printing at Amazon. Okay. So, this is take 2. I don't think I said in this take, did I? Did I say in this take that the moon is going to be at 23? Yeah, I did. 23 Libra opposing Mars retro 23, or I think it's at 22. Mars retro 22 Aries. Tell me something good for the collective. What can we expect on this new moon in Libra, Friday, October 16th? I keep thinking that I should do lives. Probably my all-time favorite tarot reader at YouTube is Tyler's Tarot, because he cracks me up. I love watching his videos and seeing Chucky in the background and the Freddy Krueger poster and the Jason poster. I actually got these Friday the 13th Jason playing cards at Spirit, but they're terrible. It's all the new stuff, like Jason Goes to Hell. It's not the classic Jason. We're probably going to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, as a family on Halloween. That's my all-time favorite horror film. I like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, and I like the original The Fog, and I love Kubrick's The Shining. A reading for the collective. So I should do lives, but I'm not Tyler's tarot. I don't have that charisma. I'm not going to make people laugh, probably. You know, he's an Aries, and he has that Aries personality, you know, very extroverted. And I'm not scared to do lives because of the trolls. I get trolls at my channel all the time. I'm sure it's different when the troll is in your face and but you've got moderators for the trolls, so whatever. My main reservation in going live is this webcam, you know, this cheap webcam. I don't want to have all these glitches. That's the Virgo and the Capricorn in me. So I have Sun and Venus and Aquarius in the 6th house, the house of Virgo. I have Virgo rising, Virgo moon, Mars, Jupiter, North Node, and Vertex in Capricorn. 3 cards from each deck. New moon in Libra. Uno más. Knight of Cups. Romantic communication. The Sun. It's honest. It's not some bullshit. 9 of Pentacles. So, seeing this through my lens, that's the only lens I can really see it through. I can't see you. You know, I can't see this vast collective. Even when I'm doing personal readings, I talk about my own life a lot. Some people don't like that. They don't like when I talk about my life. But anyway, applying this to my own life, I'm very clear on who I am, what I want, what my expectations are. Certainly in the context of a romantic sexual relationship, if it's not honest, if it's not high vibration, I don't want it. Because I've done my time in the trenches. I've paid my dues. I've earned my Purple Heart when it comes to romantic sexual relationships. Married and divorced twice. Lived with 5 different men. Numerous lovers. And I drew a line in the sand November 2016. I walked away from a man I loved more than I've ever loved any other man in my life. A soulmate. This man and Joe Pachinko, they both had their Pluto on my moon in Virgo. With moon Pluto, as I've said numerous times on my channel, it's very intense. Especially for the moon person. The Pluto person has the upper hand. Anyway, we were off and on for years. I walked away for good. November 2016, hoping that he would fight for me, hoping he would say, no, don't go, I love you, I can't live without you. But that didn't happen. I may burp on camera. I left and he didn't exactly cry. He didn't try to keep me. He let me go pretty easily. So, I walked away and I said, I may never fall in love again, but I've fallen in love a lot. I've had I've had a lot of experiences. I may never fall in love again. I may never have sex again. That's a bitter pill to swallow. I consider myself a love addict in recovery. That's a bitter pill to swallow. I like being in love. I like being in romantic sexual relationships. But I can't do this anymore. I can't be in a relationship with a man. I can't share a bed, a home, a life with a man who is not all in, heart and soul. He likes me. He likes the sex. He likes the companionship, but he doesn't really feel me. It's not heart and soul. It's not a spiritual connection. And can it be that way with a soulmate? It's like I say a lot, just because one person feels the connection doesn't mean you both do. Or maybe, because in this case, he told me at least a couple of times he thought that I was his soulmate. But I don't want to talk too much about our relationship and the nature of it and all of that. I'll just say this. We were not finally an energetic match. There were certain expectations I had in the relationship, and he did not meet those expectations. I wanted emotional intimacy. When I'm crying, when I'm hurting, hold me. Show some sympathy, empathy. That's emotional intimacy, where it's not just sex. You have sex, at least one orgasm is achieved, and he rolls over, he goes to sleep, he snores, and I'm awake and I'm staring at walls, and I finally have to take a Benadryl or Tylenol PM to sleep because it hurts so bad. I feel the disconnect. I feel the separation, even in the same bed. There could be Mexico between us, the Rio Grande. So, this is how I see it. Romantic communication could come in. This person is very fond. They think very highly of you. Your life is good. Your life is solid. You have self-respect. You have abundance. You fought hard for whatever you have. You have your life. You have your world. You created it. So this person coming in, it's a bonus. It's the icing on the cake. And this is an example of law of attraction. I tell clients this all the time. If you're truly in this space of feeling good in your own skin, feeling grateful for your life, being mostly a high vibration, that's when you're going to attract the relationship, the whatever, the good stuff. If rather than 9 of Pentacles, you're in 9 of Swords, you're obsessively thinking of someone, you're wondering, when is this person going to contact me? And you're feeling like without this person, your life has no meaning, no flavor, no texture, no colors. Like this person puts the rainbow in your sky. You're going to push that person away. So, we have to find the best cards in the deck on our own. We have to create the Lovers, the 2 of Cups, on our own. We have to know what that feels like, that integration, that bliss, that union, before someone can come in and share it with us. It's co-created. The Lovers, the 2 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, that is not one person doing all the work. That is not one person putting all the effort into the relationship. And it's not making that relationship, that union, the point of your life. You've got your life, you've got your energy. I hope you have things going on that excite you, that have nothing to do with another person or relationship. You have your art, you have your writing, your relationship with your body, what you put in your mouth, how you exercise. You've got something going on that has nothing to do with this other person. So, the relationship is just one small part of your life. It's not the end all be all of your existence. When you're doing magic or law of attraction, visualization, while you're visualizing or you're writing your manifestation journal, you can feel all this intensity. You can feel like, oh God, I really want this thing. I want this relationship. I want this house. I want this vehicle. Feel it. But then you release it. You let it go and you trust the universe has received your request. If you keep thinking about it, agonizing over it, you're going to push it away. You're going to repel it. And what I've been doing lately, it's scary how much this works. I pretty much have every book that Damon Brand has written. And this, Xana Blaze. And this always kind of amuses me, I guess. It's not really funny, it's not hilarious, but I guess it bemuses me. When someone leaves a comment and then they delete the comment, because you can see when someone leaves a comment and then you go to respond and you can't respond because they deleted the comment. So someone left a comment and then they deleted it, saying that no one cares about what I bought at Amazon and they're tired of being disappointed by spiritual people at YouTube. Amazon is evil, and Brad Ashlock, he touches on that in this book, the evils of Amazon. It's a necessary evil. I'm not a minimalist. I'm a consumer whore. I've got books, I've got tarot cards, I've got boxes of books in the garage. I've actually spent $60 on a tube of lipstick before. I like my MAC lipstick. I just bought some more sodalite crystals for my crystal collection. So, if shopping at Amazon and talking about Amazon in a tarot, video is the worst you can say about someone, or someone drinks cheap champagne from the bottle in a tarot video, if that's the worst you could say about someone, well, any press is good press, I guess. Evil does not exist. There is no evil. There is no good. Of course there's evil. There are some really terrible things that have happened on planet Earth. I don't have to provide any examples. You know, there are so many examples of things that just seem like they're really wrong. That's the wrong thing to do. To kill all those people, to exploit children, to exploit the elderly, to exploit the disenfranchised. To do a pick a card where every option is roses and rainbows and this person's your twin flame and you're going to live happily ever after. I guess evil is a strong word. But bullshit is bullshit. We're all complicit. We all contribute. Let she or he who has never bought a chakra bracelet at Amazon cast the first stone, so to speak. Cast the first crystal. It is well with my soul, and I couldn't always say that. I turned 48 on February 17th, 2021. And lately, I have conducted myself with integrity. I'm just minding my own business, and yeah, I'm putting stuff up there on YouTube, and Some people hate it. Some people are indifferent. Some people like it. Some people love it. As long as I'm okay with it, that's the main thing. That's a very Aquarian thing to say. As long as it's good with me. If it's bad for you, that's on you. I'm doing the best I can. I've got Sun and Venus in Aquarius, and they both trine Uranus and Libra. So, what's going on with this new moon in Libra? Please elucidate. Uno más. Ricky Nelson sang about it in the 70s. I had the 45. Rick Nelson. I went to a garden party. The devil. What Rick Nelson sings in that song that is so profound and so true, you can't please everyone. So you gotta please yourself. Four of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. What are you holding on to? What needs to be released with this new moon in Libra? This thing you're holding on to, is it serving your highest good? Say you're in a connection with someone. I need to clip my toenails. I'm not going to lie. I miss getting a mani-pedi. I miss going to the Walmart hair salon once a month and getting my hair colored and getting the blowout, getting the flat iron treatment. I've watched tutorials at YouTube on how to braid your hair yourself, and it scares me. The idea of really committing to that, getting a comb and braiding my own hair, that really terrifies me. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, this connection, this attachment, when you're looking at this person's social media, when you're all over their Instagram or their Facebook and you're seeing who they talk to and who left the little hard-eyed emoji and who's slobbering all over them, and are they having sex with that person, and what's this person about? Who's this? And so you're looking at your person's social media, then the person that's sending all the emojis, you're going and looking at their Instagram or their Facebook. What's up with this person? How does that make you feel? Is that high vibration? Does it make you feel so good to be alive, conducting yourself in that manner? Watching endless pick-a-card readings and staying in that mind fuck of, okay, I know I've not talked to this person in 6 months, 2 years, but this is my person. And eventually they're going to wake up to it and they're going to realize that I put the rainbow in their sky and we're going to have 10 of cups. Staying in that, does that put you in a high vibration? Do you feel so good to be alive? Are you singing in the shower? Are you looking in the mirror? Mirror work. Saying, you're a badass bitch. God, I love you. This attachment, does it inspire you to be a better person? Does it inspire you to maximize your time on planet Earth? And when I say does it inspire you to be a better person, I don't mean does this person make you feel like you have to lose 30 pounds to be with them. No, it's not superficial. It's not about physicality. It's not about the latest Kylie Jenner lip gloss. Although, again, I did spend $60 on a tube of lipstick a few years ago. And I do love my MAC Ruby Woo. I bought a Jeffree Star lipstick about a year ago and it was trash. It wasn't any good. So, at a deep cellular level, does this connection, this attachment, this whatever it is, does it inspire you to be the best possible version of yourself? Are you on this path? Are you learning more about yourself? Are you seeing layers of yourself? Do you have this whole new appreciation for yourself because of this connection with this person? Or is it just spinning your wheels in the mud and you just feel, ugh. My least favorite Rolling Stone song, I can't get no satisfaction. Are you stuck in that mediocre song? Can you not get any satisfaction? If you can't get any satisfaction, if you're feeling really low, stuck in the mud, it's safe to say that you have the universe's permission to cut this person out of your life. Just let go. Let go and let God. The devil is so often misaligned, demonized. People just focus on, ooh, it's the devil, it's dark, it's negative. I like the devil because it's the Capricorn energy, it's Saturn. Saturn is my favorite planet, Capricorn is my favorite sign. At its highest vibration, the devil is about self-knowledge and self-mastery. You can't master what you don't know. If you don't know yourself, if all you know of yourself is what other people tell you about yourself, you're in the dark. You can't get to that high vibration in the dark, in ignorance. Ignorance is bliss, not when it comes to knowledge of yourself. We can't be ignorant to who we are. Shadow work. Anyone who's confused on what exactly shadow work is, you're not going to learn shadow work by watching a Teal Swan video. If you don't really understand, if you can't comprehend what shadow work is about, I would recommend that you listen to Ho's Live Through This or Pink Floyd's The Wall. That's shadow work. You take the shit of your life, the low vibration stuff, jealousy, envy, feeling disempowered, feeling exploited, and you put it to music. Or if you're not musically inclined, you just write that shit down. Get it out. Get the poison out. Purge that shadow work. I've seen people who have done entire videos, 2-hour videos on what shadow work is, and I have not learned anything by the end of that video. I don't think they really know what shadow work is, but I just laid it out for you. It's that simple. Listen to Live Through This. Burn the witch is dead. Burn the witch, just bring me back her head. That's shadow work. Loving your mother to hell and back, but finally saying, you know, I don't feel good texting my mom. I don't feel good talking to my mom on the phone, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And you just stop. Whatever does not serve, cut it out. Tres Mas. Tres Mas cards for the collective for the new moon in Libra. As women, I know this is my perspective, my experience as a heterosexual woman. I may be bisexual, I'm not sure. I've had crushes on women, but I've never really been with a woman, so I don't know. For my experience as a woman living in Texas most of my life, I lived briefly in San Francisco, I lived briefly in South Carolina, briefly in Oklahoma. I lived in Albuquerque, New Mexico for a few years. My experience as a woman spending the better part of my life in Texas. Well, I just lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? 8 of Cups. It's time to walk away from Texas. I've been in Texas too long. And see, that happens. It's always happened because I've got Mercury in Pisces. But as I get older, I'm really losing my trains of thought. I find myself, I'm on a roll. I'm really getting somewhere, and then it just goes. And I'm only 47. I get scared thinking of what my life will be like if I make it to 57. Oh my God. Seven of Wands. Six of Wands. That's high vibration. My God, what was my point? From my perspective, living most of my life in Texas, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Maybe if I drink enough cheap champagne, it'll come back. God, that's embarrassing. I should probably delete this. But no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to delete this. You need to see me as I am, flaws and all. I'm not this guru on high. I'm an idiot, you know. It took me a while to get my basic ass Bachelor's of Arts degree from UTSA. I got my Bachelor of Arts in English with a concentration in creative writing. And that should be a really easy degree to get, but when you change your major 6, 7, 8 times, you know. When I was at Texas State in San Marcos in the 90s, I changed my major numerous times. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I knew that I liked drinking and having phone sex with the first Capricorn. I had a Jim Morrison poster on the wall in my first dorm. I knew that I liked watching Beavis and Butthead on MTV. I liked watching The Real World on MTV. I liked having a good time. I liked going to 6th Street in Austin, drinking Long Island iced tea and 7 and 7s and dancing to Tainted Love. And, you know, I came for the party and I stayed for the ass kicking. That's what happens when you make it to 47 and you don't really have a clear idea of who you are, what you want. You know, if you don't drown in your own vomit like Bon Scott or John Bonham or Jimi Hendrix. I thought I would die in my 20s, but here I am, and I'm shuffling cards on YouTube, and it's miraculous. I can't believe this is my life. I've got 2 calendars on the wall, Bob Ross and Basquiat. I've got warm vanilla sugar. God, that bothers me that I can't think of what I was saying. It was so profound. It was so deep. It was so revelatory. There's a Teddy Roosevelt quote. I love this quote. You know, that's what writers do. They thumbtack index cards with quotes to the wall. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the does. The doers of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. Fucking A, man. Teddy Roosevelt, 1910. No one says fucking A anymore. What matters is what we write. That is what we are, not some puppet made up by those who talk and enclose us in a prison so different from our dreams. Sylvina Ocampo. The truth is, everything will be okay as soon as you are okay with everything. And that's the only time everything will be okay. Michael A. Singer. Shut up, suit up, show up. I will stay with it and endure. And if the heaving sea has shaken my raft to pieces, then I will swim. There is no loftier mission than to approach the divinity nearer than other men and to disseminate the divine rays among mankind. Beethoven. So this is me disseminating the divine rays among mankind, humankind. I don't know much about the chakras. I'm a basic bitch. I was born in Bridgeport, Texas in 1973. I was brought up by working class Baptist in Texas. I didn't know what a chakra was until just a few years ago. And I got some books on the chakras, and I got some crystals, I got some bracelets. I started breathing in and breathing out. I started collecting candles and crystals, and I started shuffling cards and collecting tarot decks. This actually contains lithium. I was on lithium briefly for bipolar 2 when I lived in a glorified cow pasture south of Dallas, Kearns, Texas, 2011. Lepidolite. I keep it by my bedside, by my pillow. It calms you. I breathe in and I breathe out, and there's this house that I've seen since I was a teenager. This house could be in Mexico, it could be in Baja. There's turquoise tile in the kitchen on the floor. There's a red refrigerator. The chocolate chip cookies are baking in the oven. In the den, there's a Basquiat. There's no television, there's a record player. On top of the record player, a bow filled with lemons. There's a red sofa, a coffee table, and I'm sitting on that sofa and I'm folding my towels. My towels are bright blue, bright yellow, and cherry red. My washer and dryer are bright red. There is a library with stained glass windows, books floor to ceiling, and one shelf is nothing but bullshit rodeo. Copy after copy, 20, 50, 100 copies of bullshit rodeo. The bedroom is all white. It's very sparse. There's the bed, and it's got the white comforter and pillows. Wooden floor. Maybe there's a plant in the corner, and the sun just floods in. There's a shower. There's a garden tub. I'm soaking in the garden tub, and I'm smoking a Cohiba or an Artero Fuente, and I'm drinking Glenfiddich, and I'm looking up at Saturn. I know you can't see Saturn without a telescope, but in my visualization, there is this glass. It's not a skylight, because skylights aren't clear, they're clouded, but I can see very clearly through this glass. I can see the stars, and I can see Saturn, my favorite planet. There's a pool with purple lights. It's surrounded by palm trees. There's a lemon tree in my backyard. That's what I think about when I'm not thinking about anything, when I'm breathing in, breathing out. There is a meditation you can do where you're truly thinking about nothing. You're in the void. And you can do that. But usually, lately, when I meditate, I think about my dream home. And I'm there, and it's just glorious. And I have to pinch myself. Is this real? Am I really living this life? It's glorious. I finally arrived. I'm finally home. Walking away from something that does not put you in a high vibration. If it doesn't feel good, go in the other direction. One summer, I was living in a studio apartment in a medical center, San Antonio. I didn't have any money. I had a Walmart credit card, and I maxed it out on cheap acrylic paints and canvases. I don't think I even had the internet. I didn't have anything. But I was in the zone. I remember this memory of me sitting there in the den with this canvas and these acrylic paints. I was wearing my pajama pants and no top, no bra. I felt so free, so liberated. I was just slathering the canvas with paint. And it didn't matter if this man loved me or if this man was going to call. I was home. I was present. And then this guy banged on the door. He had the wrong address, and I threatened to call the cops, and I went to academy the next day with an ex-military friend, a retired military friend, shopping for a Glock or a handgun. I came really close to buying a gun and bullets, but the address on my driver's license was wrong. So I went and got my driver's license changed, and I was going to go back to Academy and get the gun and bullets. And I thought of my son. I thought of him spending weekends with me at my place, and it made me nervous, the thought of my son being anywhere near a gun. So I didn't get the gun. But the point is, I've had lots of dry spells in my life, lots of times where I was not in a relationship. And it hurts. A lot of the time it hurts when you have a sexual appetite, when you are sensual, when you are romantic. Most of us are, unless we're asexual. We're romantic, we're sexual, we like being in relationships. Not everyone, but most of my clients, people that I know, people that I've talked to, we prefer being in relationships, not just having sex for the sake of sex and not being alone. But when you're alone and someone's not beating down your door or blowing up your phone, you should embrace that and honor that and do whatever puts you in a high vibration. Because if you're in this problematic, ambivalent connection and you're just trying to get this person more interested in you, and you feel like it's about weight loss or cosmetic surgery or something superficial, your physicality, if I just do this thing, this person's going to be interested. You're spinning your wheels in the mud. That energy would better be put to better use if you were doing something on your own, independently, that puts the rainbow in your sky. Listening to music that makes you feel good. Creating. Growing a garden. Claiming your Nine of Pentacles power. So to me, these cards, it's all about being who you are without apology and not holding on to something that's just some bullshit, some low vibration bullshit. Walking away from whatever, whoever does not serve. That's what I got. I hope that helps. Thank you all so much for watching. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.